Hello students, welcome back to Science Online Classes. I am Jafar Basha, your science teacher. Dear students, in the previous classes, we studied about that special techniques to separate the different type of mixtures. Is it not? So today, in this class, we are going to study the other different types of methods to separate the different type of mixtures. In that one, first one is distillation and second one is fractional distillation. The first one we have to know what is distillation. The distillation, it is a method, it is a process of separation of two miscible liquids. Remember, two miscible liquids which are easily mixed with each other. Is it not? So to separate these two miscible liquids from each other by using this method called as distillation. Understood? So in this one we are taken the example of the mixture of acetone and water. These are the two miscible liquids, acetone and water. So we are separating these mixtures by using the method called distillation. So this one we will see in the video how to do. Okay. The next is fractional distillation. Fractional distillation is the process of same as the distillation of a separation of two or more. Here we are using the two components. So the two mixtures. So here two or more components. The mixture of two or more components. So we are separating by using fractional distillation. The only difference between the fractional distillation and the distillation is we are using here fractionating column. We are using fractionating column. Why we are using this fractionating column? Because the mixture what we are using to separate by this method, their boiling point difference is less than 25 Kelvin. Remember, less than 25 Kelvin boiling point temperature differences are there in the mixture. So that's why the mixture whose boiling point difference is less than 25 Kelvin. So that such type of mixtures we are separating with each other by using fractional distillation. If there are more than 25 Kelvin is there, just we are using simple distillation process. Is it not? So after this one, so here fractionating distillation is used to separate the gases from the air. So we are using this method to separate the different type of gases which are present in the air. Not only that, but also to separate the petroleum products. So to separate the petroleum products also we are using this method such as the kerosene, white petrol, diesel. These are the products of petroleum. Let me see practically how we are using this method to separate the mixture in the videos. Can we separate the mixture of acetone and water? Think. Yes, it can be achieved by distillation. Let us have a look at the procedure of separation using distillation method. Firstly, take the mixture in a distillation flask fitted with a thermometer. Observe carefully how the apparatus is arranged. Then heat the mixture slowly, keeping the close watch at the thermometer. See, the acetone is vaporizes and condenses into the condenser, and this acetone is collected in the condenser outlet, and the water is left behind in the distillation flask. So like this we are separating the acetone and water from each other by the process called distillation. The acetone is firstly separated with each other based on their boiling point. Now let us study the another type of method to separate the mixture called as fractional distillation. Fractional distillation. Fractional distillation is used to separate the mixture of two or more miscible liquids for which the differences in boiling point is less than 25 Kelvin. The apparatus is for fractional distillation is similar as to that of simple distillation except this fractionating column. Procedure. First, take a mixture of ethanol and water and pour it into a 250 ml of RB flask. Take some porcelain chips, put it into the mixture. Now connect this fractionating column to the RB flask and clamp it. Connect this distilling head to the fractionating column and the thermometer to the distilling head. Connect a water condenser to the outlet to the distilling head and clamp it. Now connect a vacuum adapter to the water condenser to the 100 ml of RB flask. Clamp this RB flask beaker containing water. Now connect a rubber tube to the condenser to allow the cool water into the condenser. Then open the tap so the water can flow into the tube and fills the condenser and comes out through the outlet. Set the temperature and heat the content of the RB flask. At the 78 degrees Celsius, the ethanol vaporizes and rises to the fractionating column and passes through the condenser. Condensation takes place and ethanol is collected into the beaker in the liquid form and the water is left behind in the distillation flask. So like this we are separating the mixture of ethanol and water as well as the petroleum products such as kerosene, petrol, diesel, etc. Now let us study how to separate the gases from the air mixtures. Separation of components of air. Air is a mixture of several gases and these can be separated by fractional distillation. This is brought about compressing and cooling about and slowly allow it to separate with each other by separating column. Air is a first pass through a filter to remove impurities such as dust. Filter air through compressor and it is compressed at a high pressure to the about 200 atmosphere. The compressed air passes to the freezing unit where it cools down by minus 200 degrees Celsius. The cooled and compressed air to separate the separating tank to separate the carbon dioxide as dry ice. The air now free from carbon dioxide is passes to the expansion jet where it liquefies. After this liquid air is allowed to slowly warm up by fractionating column. The nitrogen is boils at minus 100 degree 96 degree centigrade and it is separated out. The argon will separate it at minus 198 degrees centigrade. The oxygen has a high boiling point as left behind and collected separately. So like this we are going to separate the mixed gases from the air mixtures by using fractionating distillation. First we are separating that carbon dioxide as a solid dry ice, then nitrogen, argon and then oxygen. So now you saw that one, how to separate the two miscible liquids by using the distillation and how to separate the two or more miscible liquids by using fractional distillation whose boiling point difference is less than 25 Kelvin. In that one we separated that ethanol, alcohol and water, and then we have separated the petroleum products and we also separated the gases, different type of gases from the air. Hope you understand. In our next classes, we are going to study the remaining topics. Thank you, my dear.